Hi everyone. Today we will discuss 10 fresh TV series that have recently been released. You are waiting for high-profile premieres, unexpected discoveries and continuation of your favorite shows. American Primeval is a neo-western about the conquest of the Wild West. The new series from director Peter Berg promises to be one of the darkest and most brutal action dramas of the year. The plot centers on the tragic events of 1857, when more than 100 peaceful settlers were killed in Mountain Meadows on the orders of Mormon leader Brigham Young. The cast is impressive: Betty Gilpin, Taylor Kitsch, Jai Courtney, Shea Whigham and Dane DeHaan. The main character, having lost her husband, is desperately trying to protect her young son and survive in this ruthless world. The authors of the series strived for maximum realism, filming on location and in any weather conditions. This gives the project a special atmosphere: harsh, naturalistic and merciless. Expect a bloody, tense and emotionally powerful story about the struggle for survival on the border of civilization and chaos. The Day of the Jackal is a new adaptation of the iconic spy thriller. Frederick Forsyth's classic novel is back on screens. The story of a brilliant assassin, once embodied by Edward Fox and Bruce Willis, now gets a new breath, starring Eddie Redmayne. This time the plot focuses on an employee of British intelligence, who must track down and neutralize a mysterious killer nicknamed Jackal. But his main trump card, the ability to change appearance and disappear without a trace, turning the hunt for him in a deadly dangerous game. The creators of the movie presented the audience a tense, stylish and dynamic thriller, which does not let go until the very finale. There is everything that fans of the genre need: hidden conspiracies, unexpected twists and turns, sophisticated murders and an exciting game of cat and mouse. If you like spy stories with smart action, The Day of the Jackal is definitely your movie. Lockerbie, A Search for Truth is a tragedy that became a personal quest for justice. The new biographical drama with Oscar winner Colin Firth takes us back to December 1988, when an American Boeing 747 exploded in the sky over the Scottish town of Lockerbie. Among the 259 dead was a young girl who was flying to visit her boyfriend for Christmas. For her father, physician Jim Swire, this loss was the beginning of a long journey toward the truth. The movie reveals not only the pain of loss, but also the strength of the human spirit when one person challenges the system by dedicating their life to finding answers. It is a deep, emotional and intense drama in which every scene is imbued with pain, hope and perseverance. The director handles the material with care, balancing the personal story with the scale of the tragedy. The film is heavy in places, unhurried in places, but consistently gripping and compelling. Dune: Prophecy, the prequel to the legendary Dune based on the novel Dune, The Order of the Sisters by Kevin Anderson and Brian Herbert, takes viewers to the distant past, 10,000 years before the arrival of Paul Atreides on Arrakis. The story centers on the formation of the Order of the Bene Gesserit, whose sisters undergo brutal trials to gain superhuman abilities. The main characters are Valia and Tula Harkonnen. Ambitious Valia dreams not only to revive the power of her family, but also to take revenge on the House of Atreides, whom she considers guilty of all the troubles of the Harkonnens. Intrigue, power, mystical rituals and the struggle for survival. The first episodes leisurely introduce the viewer to the era and characters, laying out a complex chess game of future events. The scale of Denis Villeneuve's films is not here, but the visual style is elaborate and the intrigue is just beginning to gain momentum. If you're interested in the mysteries of the Bene Gesserit and their path to power, Dune: Prophecy is your ticket to the mysterious past of this great saga. Skeleton Crew, a new series set in the Star Wars universe, created by John Watts, takes us to the uncharted corners of a galaxy far, far away. In the center of the plot, a group of lost children who suddenly find themselves drawn into a dangerous journey. Their guide becomes a mysterious character played by Jude Law. The project promises a mix of adventure, childlike naivety and dark tones reminiscent of 80s classics like Alien and Goonies. Visually, the series keeps the trademark Star Wars style, and the spirit of exploration and the unknown gives it a special atmosphere. Skeleton Crew is a fresh take on a universe where outward simplicity hides a deep story of growing up, friendship and survival in the vastness of space. Silo, the post-apocalyptic sci-fi thriller based on the books by Hugh Howey returns with a second season, continuing the story of humanity's survival in a giant bunker 144 stories deep. The main character, once again played by Rebecca Ferguson, aka the project's producer, tries to get to the truth. Is the outside world really deadly or is it just part of a bigger lie? The new season picks up right after the finale of the first installment and delves deeper into the construction of the cover-up system. Conspiracies become more complex, tensions rise, and the illusion of safety crumbles. Silo combines elements of thriller, dystopia and science fiction, continuing to keep viewers in constant suspense. The questions multiply, the answers are reluctant, and the main conflict, truth versus system, only escalates. If the first season hooked you with its atmosphere and mysteries, the second season promises even more intrigue, revelations and shocking twists. Squid Game, the first South Korean series to conquer the world and nominated for a Golden Globe, returns with an even more suspenseful sequel. The events unfold 3 years after Song Gi-hoon won the 456. He received 45 billion won, but instead of just moving on with his life, he makes the shocking decision to return to the deadly game. Only now his goal is not survival, but revenge. He intends to uncover and destroy those behind this monstrous entertainment. The series retains its trademark style, a cheerful aesthetic that contrasts with the grim plot. The same deadly action, clever twists and turns, and social satire are still here. Although the theme of the survival game is far from new, the authors once again managed to make it unique and tense. The second season of the Squid Game instantly repeated the success of the first part, setting a record-breaking start on Netflix. In 11 days after its release, the series racked up 126 million views. And it looks like this is far from the end of the story. What We Do in the Shadows. The final season of this cult mockumentary comedy continues to follow the immortal inhabitants of one Staten Island home. As before, Laszlo, Nadia, Nandor, and Colin Robinson face the challenges of adapting to a modern world where technology advances faster than their ability to learn. Season 6 remains just as absurd, satirical and dynamic. The series continues to mock vampire cliches, isn't afraid of ridiculous situations, and skillfully balances on the line between silliness and genius. It's still weird, but incredibly entertaining. What We Do in the Shadows ends its story on a high note, staying true to its unique style and trademark humor. And if you've had fun throughout these 6 seasons, the final chord will definitely not disappoint. Black Doves. A new suspenseful thriller from Ritual screenwriter Joe Barton combines elements of an action movie, political drama and spy detective. At the center of the story, the heroine played by Keira Knightley, who has been leading a double life for 10 years. By day she is a loving wife of a politician, and at night, an informant for the secret organization Black Doves, leaking the secrets of her spouse. But one day her cover is blown, and her quiet life falls apart in an instant. The series skillfully builds up tension, gradually turning the intrigue into spectacular action with bloody showdowns in the spirit of John Wick. Dynamics and stylish shootouts dilute the atmosphere of political intrigue and personal dramas. The first season finale looks wrapped up, but Netflix has already renewed the show for a second season. Shrinking. A continuation of the heartwarming drama from the creators of Ted Lasso, where psychotherapy turns into a real experiment. In the first season, the main character, Jason Segel, experiencing the loss of his wife, begins to tell clients without filters what he really thinks about them. Suddenly, this tactic proves to be more effective than standard methods. In the second season, Shrinking continues to balance between comedy and tragedy, but now the main theme is forgiveness, both of oneself and others. However, along with this comes the consequences. Unconventional advice, which the hero generously distributed to patients, now turns into problems not only for them, but also for himself. The series remains light, life-affirming and truly therapeutic for the viewer. It has a great cast, cozy atmosphere and subtle humor. If the first season clung with its unconventional approach to psychological problems, the second season shows that the past cannot just ignore, sooner or later it will catch up. Thank you for watching to the end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new episodes. And if you have any thoughts or questions, write in the comments, I'll be sure to read them. See you in the next video.